And today we're going to be talking about the Avignon Papacy. Now, just for a bit of background, in 1300, Pope Boniface VIII celebrated the Papal Jubilee in Rome. This was a big leap because it made Rome the papal, the church center, in the world. Also, he offered a free Crusaders indulgence to every pilgrim. Now, fast forward 9 years, and we have Philip IV of France move the papal court from Rome to Avignon in France. Now, this was a really big leap, but in some ways it was a good leap because there was more industry, more political centers in France, so it was helpful to have the papal court there. However, they lost the Italian political influence on the church, and they gained the French political influence. So we see a lot of popes in the papal court. They're going to be French, and we also see a very strong French influence over the church. And one of the most important things that the Avignon Papacy did was it showed people in that era, monarchs, peasants, anyone, that the church was no longer the head honcho, because in the past they were the ones who kind of had brought European monarchs to their knees, and they were kind of seen as the ultimate authority. Now we see that European monarchs such as Philip IV actually having the church being subservient to them, having very submissive church. So we see a kind of a reversal of roles in this era, which is very interesting. And also, this only lasted for about 70 years. It was from 1309 to 1378. And then the papal court moved back to Rome. So also, we kind of see a little bit of corruption in the church because, again, they're selling indulgences. I believe it was Pope Clement the Fourth was openly selling indulgences, and he had been selling indulgences. So we see that as a form of corruption. And also, they were appointing a lot of the church officials, even though they didn't have the authority to do so. Instead of letting the more local churches appointing roles, they would appoint them themselves, the head church, because they could actually get money from them, from the more successful appointees. So we see a little bit of corruption kind of coming over the church in this era. Supposedly, the Pope got his authority. He was the ultimate authority because of the See of Peter. And the See of Peter was not in Avignon. So when he moved to Avignon, did he really have the ultimate authority? This was a question brought up during that era, and it definitely aroused some tension. However, the Pope moved back to Rome, so it wasn't a huge deal. So in a nutshell, that's basically what the Avignon Papacy was. Again, it's in a nutshell. It's very quickly explained. So thank you all for tuning in to the very first episode, and be sure to come watch the next one. Thank you.